Hi guys, I'm your host Triple C, and today I'm bringing you CoverGirl. Season number 59 in line, and if you guys are enjoying my content, make sure you smash that like button. Give me a comment below. Tell me what your favorite version of CoverGirl is. There's been 3 that I know of. I know there's probably more, but there's this version with the short red head, the long hair redhead, and the blonde CoverGirl. Now, her real name is Courtney A. Krieger. She's from Peoria, Illinois, U.S. Army. Specialist E4, which is Corporal First Class. Her training was Armory School, Army AFV mechanic. She's weapon and vehicle expertise in Wolverine tank, Law Rocket, Dragon missiles, M16, M19, 11A1 missiles. Alright, well, here we go. Prior to joining G.I. Joe, CoverGirl was a fashion model who graced the cover of countless magazines. But she found the role of modeling unfulfilling and joined the Army to seek out new challenges in life. She felt very driven to master distinctly unfeminine traits in order to prove that she was not just a pretty face. She has proven it to be very knowledgeable in diesel mechanics and gas turbine technology. Despite being covered in grease and sweat in her chosen field, she has never felt happier in her life. Now, I would prefer the long hair redheaded version that came out later in the line. That was my favorite version, CoverGirl. That version, I bet, will give to Wolverine. Yeah, but the blonde version is going to be in the retro line. Before CoverGirl joined the G.I. Joe team in 1983 as a driver of the Wolverine missile tank, and first saw combat against Cobra during the Battle of the Treasury Building in Washington, D.C. She later was one of the many Joes who defended the pit against the Cobra attack. After helping to rebuild the Joe's damaged headquarters, CoverGirl partnered with Clutch during the Joe's surveillance of Cobra activities in Switzerland, in Italy. She had to suffer Clutch's sexist advances, but continued with the mission. You know, I always at CoverGirl liked Shipwreck for some reason. Months later, CoverGirl joined a team of Joes raiding the house of a suspected Cobra agent. The suspicion was proven to be true, and after the Cobra agent fled, the team followed the clues that were left behind and discovered the secret Cobra operation in the Gulf of Mexico. It would lead to the creation of Cobra Island. Sometime afterwards, CoverGirl was one of the many Joes who participated in the invasion of the Cobra-controlled town of Springfield. When Cobra attempted to take control of the icy nation of, forgive me if I'm mispronouncing this, Fusilin, CoverGirl served as a gunner on board a Persuader laser tanks and fought the column of Cobra armored vehicles. The Joes won the day and rid the country of Cobra. After seeing the action of Fusilin, CoverGirl spent less time in the field and began to help train new recruits to the Joes team. She was one of the few Joes that did not participate in the Cobra Island Civil War and the aftermath of the conflict. General Hollingsworth, the most of the Joe team were arrested by corrupt generals claiming that the Joes had acted without authorization from above. CoverGirl and the other free Joes went underground and planned to clear their comrades' names. CoverGirl was one of the leaders of the group's assault on the Virginian hospital where Hawk and Hollingsworth were being held as prisoners. The general were freed and the team was cleared of wrongdoing. Sometime later, CoverGirl and the other women of the Joe's team went undercover as cheerleaders when Cobra threatened to kidnap the president of a Major League Baseball game. Despite being somewhat embarrassed with the situation, they managed to save the president's life, training the Joes and occasionally monitoring surveillance satellites at the pits of Utah. CoverGirl continued to work with the team until she was disbanded in 1994. Till it was disbanded in 1994. CoverGirl continued to work with the team until it was disbanded in 1994. So apparently G.I. Joe was disbanded in 1984. I didn't know that. Let's see. CoverGirl returned to the field agent when tracking down the children being kidnapped by Hannibal. She has since taken a more active role on the main team after Cobra's assault on the current Joe's headquarters, The Rock. She and Shipwreck have begun a relationship, as I thought, and had several relationships together, including tracking down the rogue Cobra operative Skullbuster. Yeah, in the cartoon, they would flirt with each other. I mean, it was harmless flirting, but they would flirt, and I always noticed it. So it's weird that such a woman would go after Shipwreck, but whatever. Okay, she comes with a Theapad that has a Wolverine schematics on it, which is really cool. She comes with a wrench, like Clutch's wrench, but this one is all black. And I'm glad to have more tools for the Joe line. We got a gun. Now, this might be a Desert Eagle. I'm not 100% sure on that. Correct me if I'm wrong. Or it might be a 9mm. I don't know. And then she has a shotgun. And you can put everything but a shotgun on her. The Theapad goes right there in that holster. And there's a little groove on the bottom of the pouch that will line up with the groove on the back of the Theapad, and you just want to slide that in. So it's facing like that. And the wrench goes on her belt, right back here. There's a loop, and it just slots right in. And then the gun goes in her holster on her right leg. And then she can hold her shotgun. It's funny, both the mechanics of the group, Clutch and CoverGirl, are shotgun wielders, which is kind of cool. There is him, and let's see if I can get Clutch over here. Here's Clutch. And Shipwreck is in my vamp, so, but you see the idea, the scale. And there is this cover, this Scarlet. I still want a new Scarlet. I like new Scarlet much better than this one. I mean, this is temporarily. I might probably end up turning it into somebody else when I'm done, after all said and done. But yeah, CoverGirl's awesome. I like her. She was one of my favorite JoJo's growing up. I know she started out blonde and then she went redhead, and I didn't mind that because I like the redhead better. Now I know people have trouble with the arms popping off, and it's the same with Zarana. But it's okay. I mean, it doesn't bother me that much because it goes right back on. And this the head turns for articulation. The head turns up, and it can look up a little bit. Can look down really well. You can go that far. There is a butterfly joint. It's not much of a joint, but it is there. And then the arm swivels at the bicep here. Double jointed elbows. The wrist can swivel. And hinge. Both of them is okay. The left arm does this, the left hand, and the right arm can do this, the right hand. And she does have a bicep crunch. Jackie doesn't really get in the way going forward. Going back, you can get that far, which is pretty good. Waist swivel. Drop down hips, do splits. Has a thigh rotation on both thighs. Double jointed knees, so she can almost kick her own butt, but not quite. The pants get in the way a little bit, but that's pretty good range of motion. She can kick forward that much, kick back that much. The boot cut at the top of her boot, so she can swing over her boot, and like all the other JoJo's, the hinge and ball joint at the feet. So you can get some great articulation of her, like all the other JoJo's, which is awesome. Now, a lot of people have problems with the face, and I don't understand that, because she's supposed to be a model, and I think they did a good job with her. Now, like I said, I prefer the long hair version of CoverGirl with the redhead. But I think we're going to get both versions eventually. The blonde will probably be in retro wave. And then the long redhead will probably be coming with the Wolverine if we ever get the Wolverine. But I don't see why we wouldn't get the Wolverine. It's not that big. It's not as big as a tank. They could also trim it down if they wanted to. It is only a one-seater. So they could trim it down if they wanted to, just so we can have the Wolverine. But yeah, I like CoverGirl a lot. Hope you guys did too. Let me know which CoverGirl you prefer in the comments below. Hit that like button. Subscribe. Thank you guys. Oh yeah, and Aaron, I'm wearing the shirt that you gave me. Toy Enhancer. Make sure you guys are watching Aaron, the Toy Enhancer. Oh, sorry guys. Have a great day, guys. Yo.